I'm making this video as a concerned fan, I guess, of the inevitable downfall of the MCU. I've been noticing some trends that might be going over some people's heads, and I'm not claiming to be an expert of storytelling. And is there a way I can get that out of here anyway? So I do not own any of these images or characters, rights reserved, all that jazz. Anyway, issue number 1. The story is complete. There's nothing more to build off of, really. For 10 plus years, we've been building up to the Infinity War Endgame. That's done now. Historically, whenever a franchise tries to continue after their main story, it doesn't end up very well. Stranger Things has gone on for 3 seasons, and I haven't seen it myself, but rumor has it it's not great. The X Men movies we're seeing now are extensions from the X Men movies like 20 years ago. They are no ways good, and they're a complete mess. And Star Wars, I can go on a huge rant about Star Wars, but I'm here about Marvel. George Lucas saw the money gaining of the money printing machine Star Wars is, and continued the movies with the prequels. The prequels ended up not being as good as the originals, and here we are with the sequels, which try to be better, but they suck. Um, Issue number 2. Important characters are gone. We have no more Iron Man, Thanos, Loki. All these people that built up this universe are completely gone. They have to build off of secondary characters that no one doesn't care about, really. Like Hawkeye is technically a main character now with everyone else gone. We also have Falcon, War Machine. People who were largely secondary characters are now in the limelight, and the heroes that actually attracted people towards these movies are now gone. And Bruce Banner and Hulk are technically one character now, so we lose some of their character flaws because now they're just one being, Professor Hulk. Vision's gone, and the Infinity Stones are gone too. So the main story elements of this universe are gone. So we're so issue number 3. Captain Marvel is the Superman dilemma of the MCU. They are the exact same character in terms of power, which means that whenever there is an issue in the universe, Captain Marvel can just end it there with a snap of her fingers, because that tends to be the way things are done in that universe. Like, they're trying to write it off that she's defending the whole universe, but that doesn't help because she still has enough power to defend the whole universe. So, and there's also faster than communications and travel. So whenever the Avengers on Earth or whatever need her help, they just ring her up and she comes over and ends it. Like, so she is the Superman, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Issue number 4. It is a more disconnected universe than ever. It originally, with Iron Man, 10 plus years ago, it was based in the real world. Now, this doesn't have to be a complete issue. It's still fictional, but at the same time, I think part of the appeal came from you can relate sort of towards these movies because they're somewhat based in the real world. But after issues like the Sokovia Accord with Ultron almost destroying the Earth with an island, sort of, and the 3+ alien invasions that happened in 10-year span, not to mention the Thanos snap and blip, whatever they're calling it. They're trying to build up a new universe on top of this old universe, and it's becoming more and more un I don't know really how to say it, but it's a part of the appeal was that it was very similar to the real world. So, issue number 5, upcoming films. Now, they're making a few films in the next few years. In fact, a fair few. So they have Black Widow, which has been postponed. Pretty much all of these stuff has been postponed. But you can also notice that a lot of this stuff are sequels. They're not making new characters. They're not bringing anyone in. And we can write off Black Widow as being just a prequel. They want to like make a Black Widow movie before Scarlett Johansson's contract goes out. Which, yeah, I mean, you can enjoy the movie if you want. I have like it hasn't come out yet, but I guess it'll be fine. Eternals, it looks as though they're try and introduce like the giants sort of from like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but as a group. I don't really I don't really know. It just like you can't really make characters human when they're not when they're gods. So we're gonna see a sequel of Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, Thor, and Spider Man. And they're making a few shows too. So they're making Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which looks like it's gonna be the Falcon taking as the role of Captain America, and they can do that if they want. It's still not gonna be as great as the I don't know. And they're making a Loki show, but that's not gonna be canon because he's dead. People can say, he can't be dead. He's God. He knows what to do. He's dead. All right, like we should just accept that he's not coming back. They might just do like cross universe stuff and mess like that up, but that's gonna be a mess. They're probably not gonna do that because that's an awful idea. And okay, can we just talk about Jane Foster, the character? Like she was the single worst thing of all the Thor movies. The actress, she's good. She does well with the character, but the character is like if you narrow down the single worst thing of the Thor movies, it's Thor trying to like humanize himself through Jane, and but when they cut her out in like Ragnarok, it was such a good movie. He was just Thor being funny, and yeah, I have like they're gonna try and build a universe off of this stuff, but I don't know. It's just not gonna be like what's it building up to? So where should they go now? What I would do to make sure nothing go down in flame, they should kill Captain Marvel first and foremost. They have to kill or depower her because with her existing, there's no challenge. And it will be if they make a character like a Galaxy guy over here, I forget his name, but if they have him kill her, that'll be a great way to introduce the character, and it will show a new base of terror in the fact that there's a new bad guy in town, worse than Thanos. And the universe is big, so there could be something worse than Thanos kicking around. And they also have access to the X-Men again. When they bought Fox, they have the X-Men, so they should definitely try and use like Hugh Jackman if they can, but Hugh Jackman probably doesn't want to do that. He's probably already done with Wolverine, but they can use the characters again, and they don't have to. They definitely don't want to add it to their universe, the current X-Men universe that they've made, but they should take the characters, they should implement it somehow, and they also have the Fantastic Four, and they're already doing some kind of castings for that, and they're working something out. So hopefully they do something good with this guy because he's pretty good. He's a pretty good villain, so they can do something with him. So yeah, I'm just making this as a concerned person. I was just making a prediction here, maybe I don't know, but yeah, I guess like and subscribe. I guess.